Welcome into another episode of Docs Daily. We are live Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern. We are here. I'm Detroit Lenny. That's Griffin Murphy and Raphael Esparza. We brought Raphael in on an emergency basis Saturday for CFL talk. I had to make a phone call and I had to run it past 4 people. There was a text chain involved, and everybody knows I hate group text. So either way, we're going to talk about what happened and how the books are treating this CFL game that was postponed. We're also going to break down some MLB. Me and Griffin are. Maybe talk a little NFC North football action. So you guys are going to like, share, subscribe, drop in the comment section what you're into, side, total, proper, otherwise. No feet pictures. No feet pictures. That's our only rule. And that's a very wide range of whatever. So
don't want to get Lenny going over there. He likes feet over there.
I don't know where I was going with that. I creeped myself out. I'm just letting you know. Before we get into the CFL talk, new customers, free $60 account, docsports.com/free60. Link is in the description of the video. You click on it, take you right over there. Sign up, get yourself $60, same as cash. Use it however you want on a handicapper. A day for a sport in that handicapper is $30. Am I correct? Props are $25.
Yep.
Right? So you can use that $65 however you want. You can get both of these guys MLB packages. I don't know what they have going on today, but they'll tell you. Don't worry. They will. They're programmed to do that. And don't worry about YouTube Premium Plus. You got to get on that $49.99. You get 3 Docs Expert plays a day, video format from Craig, 2, 3, 4-star plays. That includes the $19.99 premium level with Indian Cowboy. Do that on a desktop. If you do it on the mobile device, charge you like $10-15 more. That's what I hear. I don't know. Raphael, CFL emergency press conference about Canadian football. When you only got one football game on and it's this close to football, college football, NFL, you kind of like start looking for you Jones a little bit for it. You kind of, you want it. And then last night it abruptly was taken from me. And I know how I adapted. I don't know how you as a viewer adapted. Drop it in the comments. But what are the books doing with this? Is my bet still live? What do we got going on?
Well, most books will keep this live. This is what I tell people. Look at your house rules. No matter what sports book you open, always look at your house rules. Even on rainouts, always go back there. Their house rules are everywhere. You just look for your casino house rules and look at it. CFL, NFL, arena football, they all pretty much have the same rules. You have 1 week to play that game unless, and this is unless they change venues. Now, if they change venues, then most likely the books will refund it and then put out a different number, a different line, different date, I'm sure is out there. But if it's like last night's game against the Rough Riders at home hosting Calgary, I said Rough Riders because Griffin can't pronounce the first name. So if the Rough Riders were at home, we're at home. The game got canceled, postponed because of air quality, because of the fires. They moved it to today, to 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern, because the winds were going to be different. So the smoke won't be around as heavily as it was last night. So most books will have action. Now, most books don't even put the game out. That's telling you right there that they didn't refund the bet, that they're going to keep pretty much all the money. I see some books putting it out right now, but it's a different bet number, or whatever you want to call it, rotation number, bet number. That tells me that they're still keeping that other bet number live, postponed. They're not postponing it. They're just resetting it out there. So right now you should have action unless your sportsbook is generous to give you a refund, because most of these books are whammy pambies because my generation, I want a refund and stuff like that.
I don't understand that refund thing. That's a whole nother show topic. But
at the same time, if you have action on this one, you have a great middle spot, because let's face it, night games and day games, I don't care what sport it is, it's totally different. What I just read before we hopped on, the wind is blowing, so that means this total will probably drop. This one closed around 53.5. I saw a 52 that came on this one. So yesterday we could have saw a high scoring game. Today we might not see that much points scored because of wind difference, and that's a day game compared to a night game. So you should have action unless your sportsbook generates a refund. But I would say make sure you read your house rules no matter what you do.
Now you want me to read? I mean,
unless you don't care, unless you're like $20 parlay because the kids are sleeping and the wife's watching HGTV and you just put 20 just to get out of your den. No, don't read. But if you want to
we call those
keep
pizza
the
money
series,
parlays around here.
no, there's no such thing as pizza money parlay. Give me your
Yes,
money.
there is.
We'll flush it down the toilet and we'll both watch it go in circles.
No, listen, the pizza money parlay guy, he delivers sometimes. But he delivers.
He phrased with sometimes.
Well, I'm just saying, you listen, you're outmanned here because there's two of us and we are a big proponent of pizza money parlays. Like,
I know.
I want to open up a pizza chain. There's been they're drunken conversations.
One bite everyone
about us
knows
actually opening up a pizza chain called Pizza Money Parlay. And then you can also bet inside there.
Well, if you're opening up in Vegas, you'll probably have to charge like $20 a slice.
$27, yeah.
Vegas has to have the world's worst pizza prices in the world, not the United States, the world. You have to pay $20 for a slice on the strip. Are you crazy? That's just short of me. That's just short of me and you're going to discuss on one of these days on us betting outside the boxes. Pizza prices on the strip. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's bread, it's sauce and cheese. I should not pay $20 for a slice.
We started on CFL. See where we got them?
We're on pizza now, boys.
Yeah, now we're on pizza. Saturday. Welcome to the Saturday show, folks.
You guys have a great show. I can't wait to listen to you guys break down some baseball, and I will probably zone out when you guys talk football because right now it's still July 12th.
Thanks for coming on and breaking that down.
We appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Take it easy, guys. Catch big.
You too, man.
Raphael, always dropping the knowledge. He's like our go-to. I mean, for real, like we will just call him, and I feel bad sometimes for him because I will call him at 8 o'clock at night and go, "Hey, where's the number going to be tomorrow? Because I think I'm going to wait." So.
Dude, I was on the phone with him all morning today trying to figure out what the hell is going on with this game, man. Because that's my 8-unit game of the year. And it is. It's moved. My ticket moved over to today. So this thing's still valid and it's playing. It's kicking off today at 2 p.m. So we're back in action. Yesterday, I thought we got the push out of it. And I was like, all right, cool your jets. Wake up today. All right, we're back in action. Time to sweat out another 8-unit. I still love the play. Still love the situation. But we got a load of pressure rolling on us here today, Lenny.
Our little text service there, the Midwest Syndicate, they're on a total for that game, and now we're sweating it out from day to day because what else? And speaking of CFL was canceled last night. Obviously, we just talked about that. I still needed my football fix. I hear you. So and my wife was off work, so it was just me and the wife, and I'm like, she doesn't want to watch Any Given Sunday 15 times, or her favorite movie
you are ridiculous.
Her favorite movie of all time, though, is Remember the Titans with Denzel Washington. Right. So then that's football movie, so whatever. But so I'm like, hey, let's watch this Netflix series. I don't know if you ever watched the show on Netflix. We're not sponsored by Netflix, but if Netflix executives are watching, you could call me anytime. Hit me up on Twitter. Shameless pimp myself out. No problem.
Best show ever. Best show ever.
I'm just saying.
45 minutes from my house. That's where it was filmed.
Nice. And I've watched the Receivers one. I've watched the first season of Quarterbacks, and now Netflix quarterback series. It's season 2. It's following Jared Goff,
got different
Kirk Cousins, and Joe Burrow. Around all of last season. So we already know what happens along the season and this and that, but it's just funny to watch them from training camp. I get into it. I Jones for stuff like that, man. I really get into just the behind the scenes. Like for me, man, I don't want to be a football coach. I don't want to be, I never wanted to play in the NFL. I just want to stand on the sidelines. I just want to stand on the sidelines. You could give me one. I'd be a great guy to hold people back. The line coach, to hold people off the white sideline. I'd be the guy like, coach, you need a power pack for your headset. I got it right here. I'm not handing out water. I'm not handing out water. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm not that guy. Okay. But I will. Yeah, dude, I will sit next to you on the bench and say nice things to you.
Right. I'll be your coach. I'll be your cheerleader type of situation. But I got to tell you, man, if there was one position, two positions that I was going to play in the NFL, it'd be backup quarterback That's
Yeah.
my first one for sure.
For
Just
sure.
pay me. Just pay me.
Yeah.
I'm all good with that. And my buddy's friend actually got a full ride. Kid's is my size, 5'10", skinny as a twig, long snapper. Went to Coastal Carolina as a long snapper.
Fair.
Are you kidding me?
Draft
me.
Same thing. I worked with a guy in a lifetime ago, and he was like our sales team leader or whatever, and he played for Bowling Green, and he got offers, but it was only like practice squad NFL, but whatever. And he was just a long snapper. And I was like, shut up. And I'm like, I tell my kids, my oldest one that's in high school still, he's 16, he's about to be a junior, plays football. I'm like, bro, he's built like you. He's about 5'9", 5'10". He's only 16. He's built like a brick shithouse. He really is. He's ripped. I'm jealous. He's got like a 12-pack going on. He's like walks around with no shirt on. I yell at him, put a shirt on. Nobody wants to see that stuff, And then, but he's ripped. I'm like, bro, can't catch though. Can't catch, so he can't be a receiver. So I'm like, you need to be a kicker. I go, if you could be a kicker, you could go anywhere you want to go in the world.
Dude.
You could go to Canada. You could go to Europe. You could do anything you wanted, bro. And he's like, no, kickers are dumb. And I'm like, you're dumb.
We got to get past that. We got to get past
just
that.
A dumbass teenager.
If I was back in that realm and that age and I knew what I knew now, I'd be in the backyard. I'd be long snapping all day, bro. All day. Get me drafted. Right? I'm going. Easiest life.
We're going to talk more about some NFL. NFC futures is what we're going to talk about a little bit later, but let's get into some MLB. First things first, I know you got a big card tonight. UFC on deck.
Chaos now, yeah.
He's still CFL carrying over, plus today's regular CFL. Yeah. Big baseball card to choose from here. I don't know, right before the All-Star break, we've talked about this all week about how we approach All-Star break and coming out of the All-Star break. But what do you got on deck for today? And then let's get into some baseball.
Yeah, because my day just went so weird yesterday and everything kind of carried on over, I cherry-picked in baseball just one individual selection. It's a 4-unit best bet. And honestly, I'm more than open to giving out the entire baseball card on this show, considering I only have one play today. But yesterday's havoc chaos, I have an 8-unit game of the year in the CFL yesterday on one of these. It's a side play. And obviously that game we just spoke about has been moved over to today. So now that's an 8-unit game of the year. That goes off today at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So we're loaded on the CFL side of things, as well as I'm on the other game as well. I'm on a total, and that's a 4-unit selection. So we've got 12 units out in CFL, 4-unit MLB selection. Jeez, it's a lot today. UFC 7-unit top fight at 10:40 p.m. Eastern time. That's a 3-fight card. As well as on top of that, I have a soccer 5-unit best bet. And that play goes off at 7:30. This has got to be one of my highest volume days of the year. Right. And I didn't mean it to be this way. I woke up this morning, and all of a sudden, my 8-unit, everything's rolling over.
And you're like, wait a minute.
What's going on here? What's going on here? I just woke up to a frenzy today. So I'm ready to go. I still love the slate completely. Everything's locked in. I'm ready to go, Lenny. It's Saturday. Saturdays get weird. I'm ready to get weird with you, brother.
I agree. I still like my CFL play from last night. I still do like that. And yesterday, baseball's been funky for me all month. It really has. Like, I just looked up my numbers month to date. I am profitable $26 in baseball. I'm $100 better. I'll just throw that out there. I'm a unit. That's, to each. You do you. I don't care if it's $2 bet or $1,000 bet. I bet $100. When I say a unit, I'm betting. That's what I bet, just for full disclosure, but go ahead.
I want to say something. So Lenny always comes on here and he tells everybody he's a degenerate bettor and everything like that. I have to tell you guys something. So me and Lenny finished up a show 2 Saturdays ago. He pulled out his actual betting statistics of all of his numbers. Lenny wins. Detroit Lenny wins. I will tell you guys that right now. He is in the green across nearly every single sport that I saw. So all the bullshit that he says about being a degenerate bettor, this guy knows how to win games. I wanted to throw that out there, Lenny. I started laughing because we get on and I'm like, you know what?
I appreciate
Lenny's got the secret sauce. I
don't know about all that, but Lenny just likes all the sauce. I don't know if it's secret. But, I get degenerity on some stuff, but I limit myself on my degenerate. I mean, I do. I'm not throwing $100 on 3-team parlays that I'm just putting together because I'm messing around, my single plays are where I get a little bit more into it. But yeah, I looked up, I'm like, ooh, green. I just need green. And it was $26 whole. And I was like, baseball's killing me though this month. It really has. I haven't been all that great in baseball. I am limping to the All-Star break.
It's been an up and down season for sure.
I'm limping to the All-Star break, and I'm looking forward to coming out of the All-Star break. Then we really know what we like and what we don't like. Let's get into it. We got a game already going. Cubs. We're just going to start from the top and work our way down. So if you got questions about specific games, drop it in the chat. Otherwise, we'll start from the top, work our way down. Cubs and the Yankees. Matt Boyd on the mound. Max Fried Chicken on the mound for the Yankees. What says you in this Yankee matchup?
It's an interesting one, man. And I've got to say, it's very hard. This is a game where there's really just no value in this matchup. The Chicago Cubs are one of the highest rated teams in all of baseball, and so are the Yankees. And you've got a juiced line sitting at -160. We saw the abomination yesterday, an 11-0 final. Nick was all over that game. I've got to say, I see him in the chat right now. He's got a Nerfy coming for everybody, so don't you guys worry. But anyways, it's very hard to back the Cubs. But when you're at Yankee Stadium, I mean, I get it. I do. Cubs 55-39 on the year. Yankees 53-41 on the year. Very strong pitching matchup. Matthew Boyd gets the start for the Cubs. He's got 103 innings of work, 96 strikeouts, 23 walks, dominant strikeout to walk diversification, 9-3 record, which is stellar, and he's got a 2.52 ERA. Then you've got Fried on the bump for the Yankees. I mean, this guy has been one of the best pitchers in all of baseball all season long. 11-2 on the year, 2.27 ERA. This guy's better at home than he is on the road. They're at Yankee Stadium today. 119 innings of work, a beyond unbelievable whip with a 0.96. Anything under a 1 is incredible. 111 strikeouts, 24 walks. I mean, these numbers don't get any better than this. Cubs right now, they play way better at home at Wrigley than they do on the road. And you're headed into Yankee Stadium where the Yankees are on a 5-game winning streak. If you had to play this game, and I mean absolutely had to, you drill the under in this matchup, total sitting at 7.5. You can't just say one of these pitchers is going to get torched tonight. Obviously, you got two teed up offenses going head-to-head here. But at the same time, these pitchers' numbers aren't lying. These guys are sensational. And if you're to take a play in this matchup, the best route to go, and the only route I would go, is going on a side play. You got to use DraftKings, and you take the Yankees here -1 to bring that value down just a little bit. I'm sure you can get that thing from -60 to maybe -125. I don't like taking the Yankees here on the run line just because you don't run line against the best teams in baseball. You just don't do it. It's just a bad rule. I didn't like the play yesterday, although Yankees came out 11-0. I like the total in this game going under 7.5 runs. I believe this is going to be a pitching duel, and both of these teams have phenomenal bullpens to back them up. Cubs not as strong. Yankees averaging a 3.82 ERA bullpen-wise. Cubs 3.89. Both of them are strong. I see both of these pitchers going at least 6 innings in this game. So I take the under in this game at 9.5 or 7.5. But I will say there are a lot more valued plays on the card for today that we will get into. This is probably my least favorite game on the slate today.
I'll tell you this.
What do you think of this one, Lenny?
I'm on the Nerfy, and I'll tell you why. And I was on the Nerfy yesterday, and it cashed. And I see Nick in the chat. Nick and Robert were on here yesterday and told me I was a damn fool for being on the Nerfy yesterday because of Chris Flexen was pitching for the Cubs. And I'm like, I just need him to get me 3 outs. I don't need him to be an all-star. I just need 3 outs from him. Chris Flexen can give you 3 outs against anybody in the league, I feel.
He's a former White Sox. I watched this guy pitch. You know what?
I'm not saying
I'd love to rip him apart. He's got sauce sometimes. He can come in and really give you
I just need a little bit. Right.
Yeah. And
he gave me 3 innings. The game took off after the second inning. It was great. I'm right back on the Nerfy for the same reasons I were yesterday with better pitching matchups. Both of these teams, he sucks. See? He sucks. He does suck. And he sucks, but he gave me 3 innings. I'm just saying. Or 3 outs. That's all I needed. I'm on it for the same reason. I think both these teams kind of started a little slower. And I kind of lean more, like you said, the pitching duel. The Nerfy was only like -120-ish. Shop your lines. It was right around there. I would, if I was going to go aside and gun to my head and had to, I'd take Yankees no bat 9th inning. and that's only available on one book as well, DraftKings. Find that. If it's minus, you can usually take 30 to 40 cents off the money line. So if it's at minus 160, it might be minus 130 to 120, somewhere's around there. That's good to me. Shop your lines. That's what it's about, value. Find the value. Like the Yankees, don't want to pay the big price. Get a book that does. You should have multiple options. I don't want to hear about.
I agree with you, Sean Higgs. I mean, if Flexen does not suck, he does not suck at all. I will say I watched him with the White Sox, and the reason that the guy's name is so poor, he's never played for anybody good. And even with the White Sox, they just couldn't hit behind him. His ERA was never really that bad. I think he's a perfect setup right now, especially they're kind of using him in both stations as a starter and a relief pitcher.
We don't know.
I think he's a better bullpen pitcher. I mean, the guy's doing very good. I think
the end of his year
as a starter.
Yeah, he's at the end of his career. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, he's not a. I don't think I put him in, if he gets to the rotation, it's at the end of the rotation for sure. He's not. He's nobody's ace. I don't. Good amount of Chicago. See, they hate him. They hated him. Right. Let's talk about the next matchup on the card here. I got the Mariners and the Tigers.
Like this a lot.
Kirby on the mound. Casey Mize on the mound. The Tigers just kind of gave up at about the seventh inning. They just kind of phoned that game in. You saw it. They got destroyed yesterday. And it is what it is. The Mariners are a decent ball club. I'm not going to say they're not. The Tigers, I think, are going to just skate on to the All-Star break or whatever. Don't get it twisted. I'm on Tigers' first 5 full game, but that's where degenerate Lenny comes out.
Well, I'm not even going to call that a degenerate play. You look at this matchup right now, and everybody knows Kirby. Kirby started off this year. He was brutal, and his ERA was over a 7.7. I want to say he's got that thing dialed back down to a 4.22. 3-4 record on the season. Strikeout to walk diversification is sensational with 50 Ks on the year and just 9 walks. The problem for Kirby this season is he's got a 5.0 ERA on the road this season with a 1-2 record. He does not pitch on the road. On the other flip of the coin, we've got Casey Mize on the bump. He's been descending a little bit for this Tigers team in that rotation. But here, I'll get to this in a second. I'm going to break down his numbers. 85.2 innings of work, a 1.17 whip, 73 strikeouts, 20 walks, very strong. 9-2 record, which is dominant. 2.63 ERA. Casey Mize at home this season, he's unbeaten. He's got a 5-0 record with a 2.00 ERA. That's backed up by a Tigers team with 6-4 in their last 10 games. In a nice spot for a bounce back, especially considering they're playing the Mariners right now, who are just playing 500 baseball on the road. Tigers, they are 6th in baseball when it comes to offensive run per game, averaging 5 runs, 9th in team batting average, 9th in on-base percentage, 6th in slugging percentage. If anybody's going to get to Kirby, it's going to be this Detroit Tigers team, and I believe they do so, as well as Casey Mize. He's been a scare for everybody. Nobody's been backing the Tigers. If you look at that public handle and his most few recent starts, that number has really declined as far as people's confidence on betting the Tigers when he's on the rubber. If you do your homework deep enough, he's unbeaten at home, and he's got a pinpoint 2.0 ERA. You're getting fair value here with the Tigers in this matchup. Drill them. Take the Tigers here on the money line at -120. That's a very fair line. A dime pays 800. That's a very strong play. I love the Tigers here. And Kirby, he's on the other flip of the coin. When you look at his bets, they've only been increasing when he's on the bump. That handle's only been getting bigger, bigger, and bigger. So the public has caught on that Kirby has ascended to the upside as a pitcher. I believe today he gets banged up. So we are on the Tigers in this one. I don't have a play on the total. If I had to take a play, I'd go one-sided here. I take the under, and I take the Tigers on the run line. I believe it's going to be a one-sided game. But the best bet in this matchup is taking the Tigers straight up on the money line, -120 value.
I worry that it's so lopsided, and it's just like yesterday, and the Tigers put a whooping on them, belt to ass type thing like they did yesterday to us. That's what I worry about. I also worry, talking about that total, this is why I stayed away from that total, because Casey Mize might come out here and give you, I don't know what his hook is because of the All-Star.
He could be a liability. He
could give you 4 or 5 innings. He could give you 8.
Yeah.
He could. And he is dominant. And you know what? Good for him because he's had a rough couple of years. He's come back from some stuff. He's finally, 2 years ago, he was the guy. He was the guy a couple of years ago. And now I hope he fills into that number 2 spot behind Skubal. The Tigers tend to give him more run support than they do Tarek Skubal.
Yeah.
For what, if you look historically through the season,
Mm-hmm.
Tarek doesn't get the run support that necessarily you would think from whatever. And I think it's just mental. They just know that he goes out there and he shuts people down. Pittsburgh Pirates, Minnesota Twins. Burrows on the mound for the Pirates and Sands on the mound for the Twins. This game, I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. I have to say, though, the thing is,
Sure.
Burrows has been absolutely sensational in his most few recent outings, and I've been watching this guy pitch. The problem is this Pittsburgh Pirates offense, you don't know what to expect out of these guys. Now, we have a current total sitting at 9.5. This game's at Target Field. That is a very hard ballpark to hit the long ball in, let alone score runs. Minnesota, on the other hand, they're an offensive liability. So what we're looking at this game is a total debacle. Burrows has been great. Sands gets the start for Minnesota. Both of these offenses are liabilities. Pittsburgh edges here on the pitching side of things. If you're going to take this game and the market's already giving you an incentive that there's going to be runs scored, you have to expect runs out of both teams. You can't just say this is going to be a lopsided game considering Sands is on the bump. Target Field, Minnesota can't score runs offensively to begin with, nor could the Pirates. So if we're getting that incentive that runs are going to be scored, you take the plus value play with the better pitcher. So the better pitcher here is Burrows, and the plus value play is taking the Pirates here, as well as if they're giving us an incentive at 9.5. This is psychology 101. This is where you have to look at it and say, why the hell is this total sitting at 9.5? The reason being is it's a full-blown trap incentive. We're going to reverse flip this bastard. Give me the over 9.5 runs, as well as I will back the Pirates in this game. Don't love either of them. I will say that right now, but I like the Pirates with Burrows and plus value if I had to take this matchup.
I worry the Pirates can't score.
That's a problem.
You know what I mean? I worry about that, and that automatically takes me to Minnesota run line. But then I'm like, you look at that. Minnesota's they're not world beaters either. It's just garbage game. Both teams, I think, are downward spiral. And at this point in the year, July 12th, I won't degenerate. If that was the only baseball game on, I'd have 3 plays in it. But I don't have one play in that game. And I honestly, I suggest nobody else does either.
It's a bad
garbage
game. It's a bad game. It is.
Braves and the Cardinals, though. Braves still. I don't have a pitcher listed. I don't have a pitcher listed for Atlanta yet.
Yeah, so Aaron Bummer's getting the start. So this guy is a relief.
My man Eric Money Fetty.
Fetty's getting the start for St. Louis, and I will tell you this: Fetty's been getting banged up this year. 3-9 record with a 4.79 ERA on the season, 94 innings of work. 1.46 whip, which is not very good. 57 strikeouts and 44 walks. This guy is an absolute liability. And if he starts walking, guys, Atlanta has no issue scoring runs. They're 15th in baseball when it comes to the long ball. They're 19th in baseball when it comes to slugging percentage. I know they're not really drilling the baseball right now, but it's the Atlanta Braves, and they have all the star power in that lineup to do so. They are 3-7 in their last 10 games. They're not playing the greatest. But Fetty right now at home this season has an ERA sitting at a very high 5.65. Aaron Bummer, on the other hand, this guy's got one of the nastiest sliders, and he's a southpaw. He's got one of the nastiest sliders in all of baseball. Left-handed pitcher, 1-2 record with a 3.38 ERA, 41 strikeouts and 10 walks. His strikeout to walk diversification is dominant. This guy's biggest issue, his entire career, he was an all-star at one point. His entire career has been walks. This guy constantly walks guys. Well, he's showing you right now he is not dealing with that this season. And when his stuff is on, it is absolutely on. His numbers are speaking for it right now. This game is all over the Atlanta Braves. They also, to back Bummer up, they're 10th in baseball when it comes to runs allowed against. Their ERA is 13th in baseball at 3.84. This is a matchup where you want to tee off on this is a strong position, just so everybody knows. Take the Atlanta Braves here on the run line. Fetty is going to get banged up in this matchup, as well as Atlanta Braves minus half a run first 5 innings. I believe they're going to come out and absolutely scorch this guy and be aggressive on the base path. They're coming off a win yesterday. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games. This Atlanta Braves team knows they are not out of this thing, but they have to turn it on right now, get rolling, get into All-Star break, and come out hot. This team is not going to fold it up. They're not going to turn the season over
Right.
and just lay down. They are going to fight till the end of the season. I believe VSiN or somebody along those lines still has Atlanta power rated as like the 4th best team in all of baseball. They have all the bats. They have all the rotation to do it. They're just not putting it together. Spencer Strider's been a bust. There's been so many guys that have just been supposed to be good that haven't been. Back them today. First 5 innings minus half a run, as well as take them on the run line. Fetty is going to get lit up today.
And when you say the run line, you alternate taking them minus 1.5.
Minus 1.5 plus value.
Plus value. Yeah, because right now
it's minus
the money line is you can find at plus 105 to 110. So on just that, I like that play though on the alternate run line for even more plus money, because if they're gonna win, they're gonna win. Yeah, exactly.
And we have a total sitting at 9.5. That's already given us an incentive that runs are going to be scored. I don't think those runs are going to come off Bummer. They're going to come off Fetty. So if the Braves win this game, they should win this game by at least extended 2 runs. That's a 1 to 2.5 risk to reward value play. So drill the hell out of it. I love it.
That's fair. Marlins and the Orioles. This guy I would have changed my name. Jansen Junk on the mound for the Miami Marlins, sporting a 3-1 record and a 3.12 ERA. And then what's his name? Trevor Rogers. I like this kid. He's a lefty. He's 2-0 record, 1.5 ERA. But I mean, he's, he hasn't had a whole lot of work per se, but this is a nasty game for me. This is Baltimore, no bat, 9th inning.
This is one of those games where you kind of just look at it and know, in my eyes. So Miami 42-51 on the year. Then you've got Baltimore 43-50 on the year. Miami's dropped 3 consecutive games. Baltimore's won 3 consecutive games. So that alone in itself is a psychological telltale sign. And you're like, can Baltimore extend this streak, or does Miami kind of go backwards? How do I time this thing? No, you don't want to time anything. You want to ride the wave. You want to keep riding that trend. Miami's headed downwards. Baltimore's headed upwards. We already talked about Miami. They just went on like a 9-1 tear, 9-game winning streak, something like that. They hit that peak point. They are now in full-blown regression phase. Baltimore, on the other hand, we talked about them all season long and how atrocious they started their season. They had been absolutely terrible. Well, they've picked it up. They're playing very good baseball as of late. 7-3 in their last 10 games. They have home field advantage here. 3-game winning streak. Rodgers on the rubber. He's got a 2-0 record with a 1.57 ERA. 24 strikeouts, 8 walks. That's a very strong strikeout to walk diversification. Baltimore, on the other hand, to back him up as well, they're playing good baseball. Miami, they're 22-24 on the road on that psychological cuff. I believe this is a game where you just kind of have to wing it and say, hey, I'm taking the Baltimore Orioles here. I'm riding the trend. The trend is your friend. They're playing very strong baseball. Home field advantage. Give me them on the run line. Jansen Junk, he's already got deceiving numbers. He is a relief pitcher. He's a bullpen pitcher. Although he has started, I want to say, his most 3 outings, I would say. He's got very good numbers. 3-1 record, 3.12 ERA, 36 strikeouts, and just 4 walks. The problem is to back him up. The hell?
Nope.
Lenny, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Am I frozen?
Nope.
Well, my thing's frozen on my screen. Anyways, to back him up right now, Miami's bullpen is by no means strong. So you can look at these numbers. They're incredibly deceiving. 3-1, 3.12, and you're getting plus 125 odds from the market. They're baiting you to take Miami here. Miami's bullpen is 26th in baseball with a 4.67 ERA. As soon as Junk gets out of there, they're going to get banged up. Take the Baltimore Orioles here on the run line plus value play. I love it.
I like that. I already bet. I'm on
under as well.
I bet the Orioles no bat 9th inning, but Dodgers and the San Francisco. Are you froze?
I'm here. Okay,
you're good. On your end. I can see you and hear you good. Live television, folks. You're welcome. Or wherever we're at, television, internet. You know.
I stopped. I was like, this just freeze.
Oh no, yeah, you were fine on my end anyway. Dodgers and the Giants.
Yeah.
Midday game. Ohtani's on the mound. I just no. I don't want nothing to do with it.
No,
I don't want. I saw the matchup and I went and I automatically didn't like it. And then because it's the Dodgers and the Giants. And then I saw Ohtani was on the mound. It's too early for me. I don't know how many innings he's gonna go. There's too many unknowns. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Exactly. Exactly. That I'm on the same page as you. You don't ever want to bet against the Dodgers to begin with. Like, it's just one of the hardest things in the game to do is bet against the Dodgers. On top of that, they've lost 7 games in a row. They're playing a Giants team who we already know struggles to score runs offensively. Landon Roop gets the start, and then Ohtani's on the bump for the Dodgers. Anytime Ohtani's on the bump, that's where it's just hype. This guy's going to come. There is no reason to bet this game. Let Ohtani keep pitching. Let this guy get some starts under his belt. I don't know how often the Dodgers are going to let this guy really go until later on in the season. And you can't back the Giants. I get it. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. They're at Oracle. They're coming off a win last night, and the Dodgers just are falling apart right now. But there's no value in this play. What are you going to take the Dodgers, or what are you going to take the Giants here? Plus 1.5. You're going to take the Dodgers minus 160, who've lost 7 games in a row. I mean, there's no value. It's a stupid play. You look at the total at 8.5. Well, you can't really back anything. You don't know what to expect out of Ohtani. He's 0-0 with a 1.50 ERA. And then Roop, on the other hand, he's 6-5 with a 3.39 ERA. But the Giants have no offensive production, and the Dodgers have lost 7 games in a row. You don't even want to mess with this game. There's no value here. There's too many questions. Just like Lenny said, there's too many what ifs. Why? No. That means no bet. No
You're
bet.
gonna take, like, if you're just a fan and you really want action on the game, whatever, because you're going to the game, I bet the Giants just because the Dodgers can't win lately. But I think today's the day I thought yesterday would be the game, the spark the Dodgers needed against a rival, and then kind of come alive, get out of this funk that they're in.
Yeah,
they lose 8-7. They were in that game, though. They were in that game. So I don't know. I just don't want nothing to do with it. Rockies and the Reds, another game that I kind of is.
Oh, we skipped one, and I got a strong value play in this one. Mets and Royals.
Well, I'm on the 1 o'clock game. So, yeah, there's like 4 of them. But go ahead. We'll talk Mets Royals.
On this one?
Mets Royals.
Montez
and Lorenzen on the mound.
Yeah, so Frankie Montas gets the start here for the Mets. This guy is absolutely atrocious. I watched his other outing against, I believe it was against, I don't know who it was, whatever. I had $1,000 on the game. We'll just put it that way. He got absolutely torched up. He's got a 13.50 road ERA this season, just 1 start. I can't remember the team that banged him up, but they absolutely torched him. He has terrible control to top that off. Then you go to the Royals right now. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. Finally finding ways to score runs. They're scoring. Their production has grown. It's gotten better. Mets, they don't play good baseball on the road as it is. This is a day game. We already know the Mets. If you want to bet on them heavy, you take them during night games. They have a phenomenal trend. Last season, 57-37 during night games. That's carried on over into this season. Right now, they're not playing very good during night games. On top of that, they're under 500 on the road this season, 6 games below. Royals right on that cuff. 7-3 in their last 10 games, coming off a loss. Michael Lorenzen gets a start here for Kansas City, and this scares a lot of people because Lorenzen has not been good this year, but I will say I'll get into his numbers, then I'll talk deeper. Lorenzen, 5-8 on the year, 4.61 ERA, 99.2 innings of work, a 1.30 whip. Strikeout to walk diversification, very strong. So that tells you when this guy's dominant, he's dominant. He's got 85 strikeouts and 29 walks. This season at home, Lorenzen, he's got a 3.79 ERA with how many innings of work is this pulled up? I had this whole thing broken down. This was almost my premium play today, and I ended up pulling it off. 35.2 innings of work with a 3.79 ERA. Kansas City Royals scoring runs, 7-3 in their last 10 games. That's a very strong momentum builder. Mets, on the other hand, they've been up and down all season long. Once they hit that massive regression, they just haven't been able to find a way to get it going. If the Royals are going to score runs off of anybody, it's going to be off of Frankie Montas. As I mentioned, this guy absolutely sucks. He gets lit up. I've been watching this guy do this since he started his career. He was once a former Red. He's been moved over all over the place. Back the Royals in this matchup. And our current value in this game, we've got Royals getting plus 105 at home in this matchup. Take the Royals on that plus 105. That's another baited line for you guys. They want you to jump on the Mets here. They're this stronger team, stronger name, stronger everything, and everybody knows Lorenzen's been terrible this season. So we're going to back the Royals here, plus 105. I believe they get it done today.
I almost bet the over. I almost, like, it was underlined, but it didn't get circled. Let's put it on the sheet. I know. I'm just, that's what I'm saying. It's going in the All-Star break. I know I've been preaching this and I sound like a broken record and all that shit, but I'm telling you right now, it's the truth. It really is. It's just like, that's a game. If it wasn't today, July 12th, right before the All-Star break, I'd probably be on the over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if this was a month ago or in a month from now, I'd probably be on the over.
I could see it. I could see it. It's like it's not there.
I still might pull the trigger on it. I might add it into a 2-team parlay and throw some pizza money on it.
Yeah,
I might do that. I might, you know what I'm saying? It might make a card. It might,
or a smarter bet. Let's pull up what are the Mets team, because we already know Lorenzen's dialed in at home. We already like that aspect. And our nervous situation here is, are the Mets going to score runs, and how many runs can the Royals actually score in this matchup? So why don't we go this route? Why don't we find a sharp play here and look at the team total for the Mets and see what that under is sitting at? New York Mets.
The Mets team total of 4.5.
And what's the line on that?
So over is minus like 130-ish. You get unders plus money. Plus 105 to minus
105 on the under 4.5 runs for the New York Mets. That's the play in that game. Lorenzen's going to come out shoving. And we already know the Kansas City Royals bullpen is also very good. They have a great rotation, this Royals team does. If they had some offensive barrels, they'd be in the mix of one of the top teams in the MLB as far as top 10, top 7, top 8. But they don't. They don't have barrels to score offensively. So we can't back the total. What we can back, though, is the Mets team total under, because we know Lorenzen comes in shoves, and we know that bullpen can back up this Royals team. So I love it. I'm on that. And I'm on the Royals to win this game outright.
I don't even hate the first 5 under. Like the first 5 is that, like, you could find a 5.5, but most places have it at 5. Pretty even money, minus 115. Both teams under 5.5.
No,
for the first 5, because I don't think Kansas City gets that alive. Well, they're better on offensive, but on the offensive output, but I don't think they're that much better. Let's put it that way.
I just can't back Montas. He's just a. You know what? I just got so pissed off at him the last time he pitched. Dude. Dude, I was throwing shit. Like I was just this guy, man. You know what? Yeah, just bang him up.
This guy. What about the Nats and the Brewers? That's a 1 o'clock game or 4 o'clock. I say 1 o'clock on my end. It's a 1 o'clock game on the West Coast here. 4 o'clock, 4:10 Eastern time here. We got the Nationals and the Brewers.
Sure.
Woodruff and Azagadwa, who I don't know who the hell that is. I feel like you need antibiotics for that shit. I don't know what the Nationals are throwing out there. This guy, it says he's got a record 0-1 of 13.
This is his second start ever in the bigs. He's 27 years old. So here's the thing is, this guy made his first start. I actually was going to bet against him until I went and looked, and I saw it was his first start in the bigs, and I saw he was a 27-year-old kid, and I put a little bit of emotion into it. I said, this guy's coming from Japan right now. He's coming from Japan. He's making his first MLB start, and I'm not about to bet against this guy to get absolutely lit up. Well, that happened to be the guy got absolutely torched in his first outing. His ERA is over a 13. He got absolutely hammered, 2.2 innings of work. Whip is terrible. I mean, everything went bad for him in his first outing, 2.2 innings. Brandon Woodruff returns, and Brandon Woodruff went absolutely off. I watched this game. I was actually with Tony George. He was on the Marlins in this game during that insane heater they were on. I want to say they had won 7 in a row, and Woodruff made his first start since like 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. This guy came in, looked like Nolan Ryan, went 6 innings to work. Dude. And it's like he picked up right where he left off. He's 1-0, got a 1.50 ERA, 0 walks, 8 strikeouts, 0.33 whip. He shut them down. 3-1 was the final in that game in his first start. Milwaukee, they've now won 5 consecutive games. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. They play very strong baseball at home. This is a day game. They also play their best baseball during day games. Washington, 8 games below 500 on the road, 3-7 in their last 10 games on a 2-game losing streak. This is an obvious matchup. You just have to take the Milwaukee Brewers here on the run line. I believe they piece them up again. This was actually typed up and written up as going to be one of my premium selections tonight. I ended up pulling it off the board, and I'm sticking with one play today, and I'm sure we'll cover that game during this show. But Milwaukee to even back Woodruff off. If he only could go a few innings just based on his pitch count, which was no issue in his first start, which I thought was going to be, it's fine. Right. They're 10th in baseball when it comes to ERA with a 3.67 ERA. Washington, on the other hand, they've got this – I can't even say his name.
I'm trying to pronounce it. I swear to God, yeah. And
to back him up with his
13. I think it's Shinosuke is his first name.
Shinosuke.
Yeah, Agasawawahara.
Well, we're gonna go with that. Agasawara. So he's got a 13 ERA. To back him up, there's a 5.19 ERA in that bullpen, which is 28th in baseball. There is absolutely nothing to overlook here. Woodruff looked phenomenal in his first start. Ride that trend. The trend has started. Now it's heading upwards. Jump on top of it. Woodruff's the guy. 7-3, 5-game winning streak. Take the Brewers here on the run line. Current total sitting at 8.5 runs. I believe this is going to be a lopsided game, but at the same time, the Brewers may come out and score 10 runs alone in this game. So I would not back the total in this matchup, nor team totals. There's nowhere to go there because this guy, for all we know, Asakagawara, whatever the hell, he could come out here and pitch a gem for all we know. His first start in America, coming from Japan, first start, you know how much pressure he's 27 years old. He's just a kid. That is so much to ask out of him. He's now getting his second start. You may see something different out of him, but we already know Woodruff from the Brewers, very good starter, 5-game winning streak, nothing to overthink. Take the Brewers here on the run line for that one.
This made my two-team parlay. I got one parlay for the day, and it's Brewers run line, and then we'll get to this game, but it's Phillies money line. And it's just my two-team parlay. By the way, and I shouldn't say my only parlay. There's 3 parlays, different variations of them. Brewers minus 1.5 first 5. Brewers team total, and the Phillies. Brewers team total over 5.5.
I like
and
that.
The Phillies, and then the Brewers full game minus 1.5. And hopefully, if the Phillies will screw me today though. Today's the day. But next game up, we'll talk about the Rays and the Red Sox. I like this game.
Okay.
I like this game. We got Baz on the mound and Crockett, Crochet, whatever.
Crochet.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to never pronounce that guy's name right. I got a better chance of pronouncing Asawahaha's name than whatever. But I kind of like this game with Shane Baz on the mound. 8-4, 4.3 ERA, 1.26 WHIP. I like this guy. The problem is I don't like the way the Rays are playing right now.
Sure.
They got kind of they took one game from the series against the Tigers, but they've kind of got their ass shelled against the Red Sox here. 4.3, 5.4. I don't want to say the Red Sox are playing well. I mean, they swept the Rockies. Who doesn't? By double digits every time, you know what I mean? So, 10-2, 9-3 type wins. Who doesn't do that to the Colorado Rockies, except for the Cincinnati Reds, who I was on yesterday, who lost to the Rockies. Shame on you. But I kind of go right back to this. What are your thoughts on this game here? On the Red Sox?
I got you. I actually got a really dialed in play with this, Nick. Saturday free play prop, Garrett Crochet over 6.5 Ks. Absolutely love it. We're right on target, brother. All right, so Tampa Bay, they come into this matchup. So we have Shane Baz getting the start. This guy actually pitches a lot better on the road than he does at home. He's got an 8-4 record on the season with a 4.34 ERA on the season. But Baz on the road this season, he's got a 3.10 ERA, 3-2 record with 49.1 innings of work. Then to back this up, you go to the splits right now. This Tampa Bay Rays team against left-handed pitching, they used to absolutely light up lefties. This season, total reverse flip-flop. They're hitting 238 against left-handed pitching opposed to 268 against right-handed pitching. Garrett Crochet for this Boston Red Sox team, he's a left-handed pitcher, and he throws gas. He's got 9-4 record with a 2.39 ERA. We have a current total sitting at 7.5 runs. To top this off, this Rays team, they struggle during night games. This game tips off at 3:10. So this is a day game. We could look at this a little bit differently. 23-15 during day games, hitting 266 as a team. This game has written all over it. Baz has deceiving numbers with that 4.34 ERA. We already know Crochet is going to come in locked in. We have to drill the under in this matchup. There's no value here considering the fact that Baz does pitch better on the road than he does at home. So we can't just sit here and say that Baz is going to get lit up in this matchup by Boston. The only true value play in this game is going to be taking the under because we know the Rays, they're struggling against left-handed pitching. Crochet is one of the best pitchers in baseball. He throws from the left side. Baz on the road, better pitcher than he is at home. And on the road, he's got under a 3.0 ERA. We've got to drill the under at 7.5 runs in this matchup. It's a very value play. I like this one a lot. So drill that under 7.5 in this one, Lenny. That's where I'm at with this.
I'll tell you what, Nick hit this. I'm on last night. I'm going to spit out my words here. Last night, I took Boston, no bat, 9th inning. That's where I was at, and that took the price down. I have that at minus 130. It's now higher than that. The line moved up a little bit. That? The Red Sox, no bat, 9th inning.
Okay.
I'm on the Red Sox, no bat, 9th inning. Took that down, but I'm also on the Nerfy. Nick said this as well. This is why I tell people shop your lines. Depending on where you bet this Nerfy, it's 130 to minus 150. That's a big difference in my book, 20 cents. And that's the difference between me. 150 is that threshold for me. Like a lot of people, 150, 160, depending on the sport. 150 though, I got it at, I'll tell you right now, at minus 140 is where I bet it. If you have some different books available to you, there's some 130s out there. Bet Rivers, ESPN book, stuff like that. You go to Caesars, it's 150. Okay, MGM had it at 140. That's where I was able to get it. That's why stuff like this, totals, sides, you could shop your line, sure. But they'll be more tight across the board. Nerfies, you're betting Nerfies. I'm telling you, if you're not shopping your line, you're doing yourself a disservice there. It's a prime example. I'm on this Nerfy as well. I like this Nerfy with the Cubs-Yankees Nerfy. Maybe a 2-team parlay. That might be the third parlay that I have.
I've got a Nerfy, and that's going to be going with the Mariners and the Tigers. Take that Nerfy in that game.
I don't hate that either.
Casey Mize, he's locked in at home. We already talked about Kirby as well, pitching very good baseball right now. And his numbers, the biggest thing when you're hunting down Nerfies is you want to look at the ugliest, most obvious play. So basically meaning find the pitchers that have no names, that have these high busted up 5.0 ERAs, stuff like that. And as soon as you find those incentives, okay, that looks chalky. That looks good. These guys' numbers are terrible. Yeah. They're going to get torched. Then you go in and dive in. How do they pitch? How have they done in their most recent 5 games in the first inning? How do they pitch at home? How do
you got to go down the rabbit hole?
Yeah, you got to find it. Exactly.
You got to go down because it's there and you know it's there. Do you want to do the work to find it? I don't know. Right. You could like, share, subscribe, tune into one of our shows. We'll do the work for you. You're welcome. That's how you hit the thank. That's how you say thank you.
That we're on this topic, Lenny, I did want to talk about this. There's a way better approach. I know a lot of people are scared to take your fees. I get that. I don't personally like taking your fees. I take them, but I don't like doing it. The best bet ever, though, when you are taking a year fee, don't take the year fee. Instead, what you do is go to the first inning and take that team that you believe is going to score to win. Take them to win because those lines are all plus 300, plus 350, plus 375. They're all 1 to 3.5 risk to rewards. So if you are looking at a game and you're like, yeah, I'm going to take the year fee. There's a reason you like the year fee in a game. You have to understand why you like it. And as soon as you find out why you like it, because I believe this guy is going to get banged up, so they're going to score off of him. That's why I like the year. So back that team up in the first inning. Don't just take the year fee at maybe a plus 100 value, maybe minus 120. Instead, take your team to win it. If you take that in a 10-pick sample size, you may not win as many times day to day, but overall, your P&L, your profit and loss, is going to be a much higher gap than it would be to even with that win rate. You could have a 70% win rate and still be more profitable with a 50% win rate. So it's definitely how you look at these numbers. I wanted to touch up on that, Lenny, but carry on. My apologies.
No, that's good. That's a good little tidbit of information because funny story, betting, I love a good Nerfy, and betting that and finding that prop and going down that rabbit hole like we talked about of betting the who wins the inning, so to speak, is kind of how I found and stumbled upon my no bat 9th inning prop. That everybody, like I've been betting no bat 9th inning for 3 seasons of baseball. Yeah. So now everybody knows what the hell I'm talking about.
I learned
last year. I had to explain it. 2 years ago, people thought I was nuts. And I'm just saying, and it's, first fives. I'm the same way with that. We'll try to keep this train moving for you. Texas, Rangers, Astros is what I have up next. I think
this is my lone individual selection today. I have a premium on this one. So I love this game too, everybody.
That's fine. I'm on the hey, listen, it's
Lenny,
a nerfy kind of day for me.
Who do you like today in this one, Lenny?
I like the nerfy. I like the nerfy, and I just went the nerfy route. And it's only because it's in a parlayed nerfy with another nerfy because it's juicy. The nerfy by itself, I think it's 170-ish, 160. It's too juicy for me.
Lenny, if I put a gun to your head and said you got to take a side right now, who you taking?
Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like the Astros, but I don't like the Astros. My fandom comes into it. I'm just saying. And I do.
DeGrom's been a little bit iffy his last 2 outings, combined 11 hits. I think it's like 7 or 8 runs, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, he's been a little iffy, and Fromber's real good at home with a 1.81 ERA. Mm-hmm. Just saying.
I hear you. Hey, say no more. Say less. I get it. I'm picking up with you. I didn't bet it. I'm just saying I would just go that route. I also broke this down on betting outside the box last night with Raphael on our show. Monday, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, shameless plug, betting outside the box. Anyways, I broke this down. Well, kind of like our disappointments and surprises for MLB season. And my surprise was this division for baseball with the Rangers and the Astros. I knew the Astros would be good. Okay. And I knew they'd be atop of this division. I didn't think they'd be kind of pulling away the way that they are. I really expected more out of Texas in that division. So that's kind of how I feel about this game in general. Okay. What I feel like, I'm not saying it's worked out for me the first half of the year. This is where next week I make adjustments. Adjustments will be made. And based off of my first half of baseball season, my personal handicap, if you're not tracking your shit, you're just donate money to the cancer research or something. Do better with it. If you're not tracking your bets, and if you tell me you're tracking them by what DraftKings tells you your account balance is, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. I'm telling you right, and then I'm coming back with the backhand because that, people, is the easiest way for you to lose money. That's the easiest way.
Now that we're on this, I love I love what you just broke down. I love it. You have to. This is called back testing 101. You've got to see the dumb shit you've done over the course of the years, and you've got to see what you've really put out and where's the value, what's the odds probability, why am I doing this, and how can I make it better? Exactly. It's homework. But Lenny, I want to ask you something. Out of the Western AL West, who is your biggest shocker of a team?
Out of the AL West?
Yes. Houston, Seattle, Texas, Angels, Athletics.
So I want to say it's too
I'm going to give a hidden gem here in a minute.
I want to say the Angels are playing better than I expected them to play, but Mike Trout is healthy. So as soon as he goes down, and he will, because I feel like the Angels will regress. Okay. If I had to choose one, I'm going to choose, this is going to sound funky, but stay with me for 30 seconds, the Athletics. Yeah. I know they're in last place, but I expected, and they're 39. I'm looking at the record right now, 39-57. Okay. They're not close to that. They're not even close to 50 wins yet. 17 games back. They're making progress. I didn't think they would make progress from last year. And say we all bag on the Athletics. They're homeless. They don't have. When you look up the divisional standings on ESPN or MLB.com, it's the Detroit Tigers, it's the Houston Astros, it's the Texas Rangers, and then it says the Athletics. No city. And you can't tell me as a player that doesn't mess with your psyche. As a manager, where are you putting your family, your children, your wife? Where do they live? In Sacramento? Right. You get me all where in Oakland. I mean, if you're moving Sacramento from Oakland, maybe that's an upgrade. I don't know. No, I don't want no shade from Oakland fans. I'm just saying, I don't know. I never been to Oakland. I ain't been to Sacramento. I don't know. For all they know, they're nice places, but they ain't Vegas.
Right.
And you're not here yet. And so there's a lot of things for them to deal with. And I think they played better than I thought they would have. So I would be surprised by them.
So here's my thing. I love what you just said, Lenny. And the biggest thing with this Athletics team is they're just the Athletics. And that's a huge thing because you look at the team, the majority of this entire lineup is all youngsters. And they're good. Yeah. These guys are good. Rooker, I mean, he's in the home run derby. These guys, they've got some guys in this lineup that are all young studs who are all playing to get traded, to get on a team that actually has a state in front of them. So the Athletics, they don't have that. And then you go look at their veterans. So Luis Servino, let's talk about this guy. He was once a Met. He was once a Yankee. This guy has been all over the place, and that's a big name. That's a good pitcher. He is with this team 2-11, and he's got a 7.8 ERA at home in Sacramento, Sutter Health Park. What does that tell you? These veterans, they want the hell out, and these youngsters are playing out of their asses to get the hell out. So the Athletics are a very weird team right now. It's very imbalanced, and they need to figure out how to balance it out. This team, as soon as they become the Vegas Athletics, might be a whole different team. I'll tell you that. They'll definitely be playing with motivation. There'll be a lot of factors, and people will actually want to come play for them. But I've got to say, there's so much tremendous value betting on the Athletics this year.
Yes.
Anytime, dude, you catch them at plus 100, plus 105, plus 110. Look for any time that they are in that realm, because all that's happening is the market is baiting you to take the other side. And that is when we drill the Athletics. I wish I had an example today. I don't, but I'm sure in one of these upcoming videos, we will.
I do have an example of that, because I'll tell you what, their game against the Braves two games ago, not yet the 10th. So Thursday, I took I didn't have the cojones. I ain't even gonna lie. I took them on the run line plus 1.5, but it was even money. You're gonna give me a run and a half at home at even money? And I think right now, with a falling Braves team not playing very well, an A's team that hit and miss, I think now they hit. And I cashed that bet. I mean, don't get me wrong, it took me 11 innings in a 5-4 game that they won outright. And I was pissed I didn't take the money line, but whatever. I think the Athletics are going to be there's money to be made on them. The freaking Rockies. I make more money all year on the Rockies than I have any other baseball team. And it's not betting with them. It's betting against them.
Yeah.
And on the run line and laddering that, we talked about that. My alt line, laddering that up. Minus 1.5, minus 2.5. You might even do a minus 3.5, depending on the pitcher matchups. And then you're going to lose some of those games, though. Like yesterday, the Rockies won outright.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they play in Cincinnati. Craig Trapp, your Reds suck. I'm just saying right now. So if you're watching, I'm letting you know.
I had the Nerfy. I won that one.
Hey, you'll get this, but I texted, but I said, I hope Chipotle closes tomorrow and your bus breaks down.
And Craig would be gone. He would leave this planet, bro. He'd open his own Chipotle.
Oh, God, he loves Chipotle, folks. He does. All right, we'll keep this train moving. We're rolling now.
Yeah.
Phillies and the Padres. Zach Wheeler, Yu Darvish on the mound. Big names, big teams. I like the Phillies in every which way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. I mean, it was kind of a no-brainer for me. I'm not high on the Padres. I think they're overrated. I think they're not as good as their record.
Absolutely. 100%.
They play well at home. That's what scares me. Yu Darvish coming back. I mean, this is his second start?
Second start.
Second start. So maybe he's a little bit more relaxed, but either way, he's going to have a short chain.
Yeah.
Wheeler's going to go as long as Wheeler wants to go. And I think Philly gets out early and often on them. So I don't want the 160-ish price or whatever on the money line. So I'm on the money line is in a parlay, but I'm on the run line and a few other things.
I agree with you. If you guys take this game on the money line with the Phillies, you parlay them just for that juiced value. Yu Darvish is on the bump. He's getting his second start. Massive liability, and we've seen this out of Yu Darvish over the years past. This guy could come in and give you 9 innings of absolute, almost perfect game material. or he'll come out and get absolutely lit up. 0-1 on the year, 4.91 ERA. And then we've got Wheeler on the bump, wheels and deals, 9-3 on the season, 2.17 ERA. I mean, this guy's almost got the most strikeouts in baseball with 148. He's got 24 or 25 walks on top of that. That is the best strikeout to walk diversification I have seen all season long, opposed to Tarek Skubal. 116 innings of work. This Phillies team, 9th in baseball when it comes to offensive run production, 4th in baseball when it comes to runs against. And then during night games, they're 34 and 24, hitting 257 as a team, hitting 257 against right-handed pitching this season. Nothing to overthink. Do not touch that total because we don't know what Yu Darvish is capable of doing in this matchup. He may come in and be absolutely sensational, or he can come in and get absolutely lit up. We know what to expect from the Phillies. They're going to give you a very intense, strong offensive output. And we know Zach Wheeler, he's going to give you 6 to 7 sharp innings, and he'll make 1 to 2 bad pitches in this game and give up maybe a 2-3 run long ball. That's all Wheeler does when he gives up runs. 1 bad pitch. Me and Nick have talked about this. Lenny, we've talked about this as well. Wheeler will come out and all game ice in his veins. He'll go 7 innings, but there's always one little crack. Yeah. Always one little crack. 1 home run, and that's always what opens up that seam, and that's why he's got a 2.17 ERA. His ERA actually should be even better than that from how good this guy is. Nothing to overthink here. Take the Phillies on the run line. The Padres have a liability on the rubber to back them up. They do have a good bullpen, but it's just not something I trust. And San Diego, as you said, they're overrated, man. They're just not the same San Diego Padres team that we've seen. On paper, they've got all the names. They've got everybody that they're stacked, but they're just not coming together as a team. I know they're 51 and 43. They should be better. Back the Phillies here on the run line. But I have a hidden gem in that last game we're going to break down.
That's right. Yeah, we got 2 more games on the deck here.
Sure.
Phillies, I'd just say Zach Wheeler is rolling. If he'd be a Cy Young candidate or front runner if it wasn't for how good Tarek Skubal is pitching, in my opinion.
Agreed.
And I think too, to your point, he gives up that, he'll give you 95 pitches in a game. 2 of those pitches were bad.
Yep.
2, just 2.
Just a snapping curveball.
And to be honest with you, Skubal will do that too. Like he will, and if he doesn't correct himself right away, he's in his head for the whole batter, the whole sequence till he gets to the next batter. So when he cracks, you have to pounce on guys like that. Zach Wheeler, Tarek Skubal. You have to pounce because if you don't, they will correct themselves very quickly, and you're back to normal there.
I love where you're at with that. It's like one of those things where a guy just misses a ball at third base, and all of a sudden you have to take advantage of this inning situation. Absolutely. That's how you beat Zach Wheeler and Tarek Skubal. I love that breakdown.
Absolutely. That's the only way you can, because you're not going to shell them. You're not going to get after them for multiple innings. You're not going to get in their head. As soon as they go back to the dugout, they're beating the ever-living shit out of themselves to get right. You see it. I mean, Tarek Skubal has to be like escorted off the mound sometimes because he's going to beat his own teammates up because of his pitch, not their wrongdoing. Arizona Diamondbacks, LA Angels, Kikuchi on the mound. Listen, I fade the Cooch. I fade the Cooch as much as I can. Zach Gallen on the mound. It's or Zach Gallen. How would I say his name was? Whatever.
Yeah, Gallen.
He's not Arizona mid. Just mid.
And that's Zach Gallen's fault.
And mid.
I'm blaming him, dude.
I think he wants to. Real quick before you break this down, if Arizona loses this series, Arizona's potentially a seller, and Zach Gallen is potentially not a Diamondback in August. That's where, and who had that on their bingo card at the beginning of this year?
He's an ace. He's an ace, bro. What the hell happened to this guy? His curveball doesn't bend anymore. When he throws the curveball, it's minute over the plate where it's just an absolute wiffle ball. Let's take it out of the park. Gallen right now, 7-9 on the year, 5.16 ERA. On the road this season, he's sitting with a 4.64 ERA, so it's not better. 110 innings of work, 107 strikeouts, 42 walks. Not very good. He walks too many hitters. Kikuchi. Now, this is where I want to talk about the hidden gem. You don't bet this bastard when he's on the road. He's got an 0-5 record on the road. He has not won yet. But at home, he's 3-1 on the season with a 1.69 ERA and 53.1 innings of work. If you are ever looking to back the Angels, you back them at home during night games with Kikuchi on the bump. They have 46 wins on the season. I don't have that number in front of me right now. I had it earlier. Hold on, Lenny. Give me a second. I'm finding this match.
You're fine. Take your time.
I'm finding this one.
We're here. They're here.
Right.
Everybody's here.
So during this season, the Angels, they have 46 wins on the season. During night games, they have 37 wins. So 37 of their 46 wins have all come during night games. To back them up tonight, they have Kikuchi on the bump. He's 3-1 at home opposed to 0-5 on the road. He has a 1.8 ERA at home this season. If you are looking to bet on this team, you bet on them under the lights at Angel Stadium. That is exactly what we have here right now. The D-backs right now, they have been an absolute catastrophe. 3-7 in their last 10 games. A 1 game below 500 on the road on a 2-game losing streak. Zach Gallen on the bump. Already mentioned his statistics. And then let's, for shits and giggles really quick, let's see how this D-backs team is currently hitting against left-handed pitching. 246 opposed to 254 against righties. We just gave and they're 30-31 during night games. That's every single confluence on why to back the Angels here on the run line. Not take them straight up minus 120. Take them on the run line. Make yourself some money. Nobody has the cojones to do that tonight. We do, and we're doing it right now. I have the Angels. I've already pinpointed this wager with my actual book. So I'm on this play, run line Angels. This is a hidden gem. Should have been a top play, honestly, with Docs.
Nice. Good. Look at Griffin
Murphy. I like it.
That's what happens, folks, when there's some coffee involved on a Saturday morning. We're run through.
Buddy, we're there, brother.
We're there. Blue Jays Athletics. This is the last card on the night for us. Toronto, Guzman on the mound, Lopez on the mound for the Athletics. I mean, this is not, I just mentioned the Athletics and how I would get on them at home, blah, blah, blah. This is not one of those spots for me. Mm-hmm. Toronto is just mainly because Toronto is playing so well. Yeah. You know, I had them on the run line last night and they didn't get it done. They win 7-6, whatever.
Wow. They were up 6-0.
I know. The Athletics, here's the thing. I really feel like the Blue Jays depleted kind of, you know, their bullpen, not necessarily kind of had enough rest. I think today I'm right back on the Blue Jays today. Sure. On the run line. I think, you know, if you're going to get after it, they're going to get after it. You can get plus money on that. I think that I don't like this kid Lopez. Certain spots I'll be on the Athletics. They're pick and choose spots. You got to be careful with them. If you do it right, you can really make some money. But I don't have the stones to back them tonight.
I gave this play out already on YouTube in a same game parlay, so I won't go too deep on this. I will say, though, right now for everybody, Kevin Gausman pitches better on the road than he does at home. You should have seen his outing. I don't know if anybody watched that against Minnesota at Target Field. Absolutely sensational. And then Jacob Lopez, he's a southpaw pitcher, very, very good. As far as his numbers, don't pinpoint it, but he's got a 3.31 ERA at Sutter Health Park, which is in Sacramento. That's the smallest ballpark in all of baseball. So for a guy to be as good as he's been at home, that's showing very sharp stuff out of him. He's got 64 strikeouts and 19 walks on the season as well to back that up. Jacob Lopez is a very sound fundamental pitcher, and we just haven't heard much about him because he plays for the Athletics. This guy will get traded eventually, and you will hear about this guy's name. In this matchup, though, right now, I already gave it up on YouTube. So if you guys want to get my same game parlay, go ahead and watch that video. It's right on our docs page. But looking at this game right now, you kind of have to go with the better offense and the team that's got more steam. That's the Baltimore Orioles, the Toronto Blue Jays in this matchup. I'm looking at divisions here. And that's the Blue Jays in this matchup. So you guys have it. You can go find the same game parlay. And my parlays, when they're same game parlays, opposed to actual giving out a free play, are always going to be different. So what I put out on YouTube, opposed to me and Lenny talking right now on this show, could be different from time to time. I'm making these shows based off of odds and numbers. Everything's about a number, everything. So when you're same game parlaying, it's going to juice it up a little bit more. When you're taking an individual shot, well, you're playing the direct line. So that changes everything. So go ahead and watch my same game parlay. Really confident about that one. But Lenny, that is all I have as far as the MLB card today. I don't know if you want to get into the NFC North or where your head's at with this one.
Nah, I think we're good. We broke down that. I mean, listen,
Other than the fact that the Bears are
to.
probably going to be better than your Lions this
I
season.
mean, there's that. There's that. I'm trying to pull up win totals right now. I'm trying to. I can't believe I don't have. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to pull up win totals right now for everybody else, for everybody else's team. I mean, listen, I've talked. I will talk a lot about NFL as we go on throughout the year. You'll hear me talk a lot about my Lions. It is what it is.
So
I'm looking up win totals.
Real quick, Lenny, before we get off, I do want to give everybody a futures ticket winner in the NFL, just for everybody. I did a lot of homework with Nick this week when I got back, and we did all of our futures. Me and Nick, obviously, we day trade the markets, trade everything like that. So we invest into this stuff very heavily when it comes to futures. It's one of my favorite ways of betting. Take the Kansas City Chiefs to win the AFC West. They're minus 115. Put 10 dimes on it. I don't know what we're talking about here. Chargers plus 310, Denver plus 330, Vegas Raiders plus 1200, Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, I want to say, has lost 2 playoff games, I think, are 2 divisional matchups his entire career. I don't know why that is sitting at minus 115. You put 10 dimes on that, you're going to make $8,500 in profit. So there's one for you guys. I couldn't pass that up. Had to let you guys know about that one. That will probably also be with docs as well as an 8-unit futures ticket, but wanted to throw that out there.
I like that. I don't hate that at all. I don't do a lot of futures bets, and I'll be honest with you. I'm selfish like that. I have a hard time. Putting my money out that long.
Yeah.
I need, you know what I mean? So kind of stuff. I'm not at that level where I feel like it's worth it for me to put a whole lot of what I'm going to put on it for a futures ticket. You know, like, don't get me wrong. Craig talked me into, you did too. And Nick and everybody, they talk Tigers win the World Series and the Lions win the Super Bowl. That's a parlay ticket for you folks.
$1 million payout, right?
Yeah, I wish. It's a $100 bill on that to win 11 grand. So it's 11-1. I'll take it. It'll be a nice little chunk. I mean, we were going to talk about NFC North, and we can do this briefly. I mean, we all know how I feel about my Lions. I won't go down that route. Mm-hmm. But the Packers win total I see at 9.5. Yeah. The over is juiced. The Minnesota Vikings 8.5 in the over is juiced there. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm on Shop Your Lines. I'm on Bet Online because that's what I just clicked and that's what's up. So just so we're clear. Sure. But shop your lines around everything for juice wise. But the Vikings, I mean, we can. They finished 14-3 last year, and now their win total is 8.5. I understand that. I do understand all that. They're going to have some regression. They won a lot of 1-score games. Yeah, I think they're mid as hell. I think that 8-9 number is right where they fall at.
Lenny, I couldn't agree with you anymore. They have a very strong defense. We can't take that away from them. Their offense came out of nowhere last year, and that was supposed to be the biggest downfall for this team. Now their chips are all in on J.J. McCarthy, and Sam Darnold had a freaking hell of a year last year, I got to say. Now it's all on J.J. I don't believe this offense is going to be anywhere near as elusive as they were last year. I would drill that team to. I think it's right where it should be, and I'd probably go under. This NFC North division, the entire division's a liability. I mean, I'm going to say it, Lenny, and I know you agree with me partially. At the same time, you don't. But you know the Lions, we don't really know what we're going to expect from this team. We don't really know. There's been a lot of changes. You always talk about the biggest move up front at the center position. We know Jared Goff. We don't know if he's going to be as elusive as he was last year. Obviously, their offensive coordinator is now with my Chicago Bears, and that was their do or die. We know Dan Campbell is an absolute nut and will go for 4th and 5. Does not
my kind of guy.
And I love that about him. So we know they're kind of a liability. They're on the fences. I don't know what we're going to do with them. Jordan Love, he is not a great quarterback. He is a solid quarterback at best. He's okay. He's been in the league long enough where everybody's all right. It's going to be his year. It's kind of like the Bears. It's going to be our year. Love has been here long enough now, and it hasn't been their year yet. The guy he's okay, just okay. They have a very strong run game, very good receivers. Love is hit or miss on and off. This whole division is up for grabs in my eyes. Bears plus 550 to win it. What's their win total, Lenny? Do you have that?
Holy shit, the Bears. This is where you lost me. Yeah, 8.5. Under is juice. The over 8.5 is at plus 125. Again, shop your lines, whatever. But
I'd say take the under, but I wouldn't touch it. What are the Lions?
10.5.
Under.
See, I can't. Here's the thing. I don't think they go 15-2 like last year. That was just maybe the best season that I've ever seen as a Lions fan.
Mm-hmm.
52 years of my existence, that might have been the prettiest thing I've ever watched. I don't know if we'll get to that. Again, I don't know that. I don't think they have to do 15-2 to get to a Super Bowl.
No,
he also said that.
I
think they can win this division with 11, 12 wins.
Yeah.
So that being said, the Packers at, where were the Packers at? Hold on.
I think that you want my true
Packers at 9.5. I could see them winning 10 games on accident, but I could see them winning 9. That division is a liability. That division is a liability. I won't even take the Chicago Bears under because it's juiced at 8.5. But if the Bears win 9 games this year, where do you want a steak? Tell me where. I'll bring the bag, the steak.
We're going to the Golden Steer, baby.
I never been. Perfect.
Yep, perfect. They cook a hell of a steak.
I'm telling you, I just cannot tell this. I cannot tell people. Ben Johnson is going to do great things for the Bears. I do believe that. I'm hoping, the fan in me is hoping that Ben Johnson is just a great coordinator and not a head coach.
So I want to ask you this, Lenny.
The coordinator for the New England Patriots, Josh McDaniels.
Yeah,
I'm hoping Ben Johnson is the next Josh McDaniels. He's never been a great head coach, but he's a great coordinator. Know your role, stay in it. I'm okay with that. I worry about losing Aaron Glenn. I'll say that. I worry about that.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. I want to ask you though this because NFC North here. We both got it. Give me your 1 through 4 on how you think this thing's gonna end.
The Lions win this. The Lions win the Super Bowl. No, I'm just kidding. Listen,
be real. Be real.
Listen, the window is closing for my Lions. I am understanding of that. I think last year might have been the biggest opening that we're gonna have. That doesn't mean I don't think we can win the Super Bowl. And there's a path that the Lions win the Super Bowl. I see it. Not many do. I'll see it. But they win the division. I think they go deep in the playoffs. And then from there, it's in God's hands, man. We let Jesus take the wheel at that point. We really do.
Swing it.
I mean, we really do. My goal, I will be disappointed if they don't win the division. I will want heads. I will want jobs. I will want changes if they don't win the division, because the Lions fan the last 2 years have talked an abundance of shit to Vikings and Bears and Packers fans, and we can't lose the division this year. And I think that offensive line is our biggest strength. I think our running game is our biggest strength. I think our offensive coordinator is not going to change anything. He doesn't want to change anything. So that makes me feel better. But he doesn't want to change anything until he gets hit in the mouth.
Yeah.
Everybody has a plan until they get hit in the mouth.
Right.
And then what's your freaking plan?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. That's the game.
Yeah, I know, Rob. Jack was here yesterday for the show. Appreciate you sticking around. For all of you who have watched, we've been on for damn near an hour and a half. We appreciate you, Jack. You're right. Robert was trying to piss in my cornflakes all day yesterday about my Lions.
1-2 hand every day. It's not real. See, Sonu's a real one. Understanding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You
mentioned 100% here.
You mentioned that, and I don't want to defend anybody, and because you guys, if you haven't noticed anything from me now that I've been over at Doc's a few months, and you get an idea of the degenerate Lenny that sits in front of you today. There's no smoke being blown up nobody's butthole here. Okay, there's no smoke and mirrors. There's none of that. You get what you get. I am raw and candid, and I wear my emotions on my sleeves. Monday's show will be hard for me if the Bears win. I'm telling you right now, I will be a pissy. I will be whatever. But to this point, a lot of our handicappers don't do as much video as the guys that you mentioned here, Nick, Griffin, Vernon. Okay, they do a lot of video, so you will see them a lot of times. They, this is what I did yesterday, more recapping. I had a bad day yesterday. I had a great day yesterday. This, that. They'll be real with you. I don't want to defend cappers that what you're saying here, but a lot of cappers don't do video to tell you that it's much video. All of our guys do video, which is a feat by itself. Let me tell you guys.
And everybody, I will say, is so transparent here. If you're not seeing somebody on camera as much talking about their losses and everything like that, I don't know if you guys are on Twitter or any other social media handles, but there are so many people that would just go on like Tony George, for instance. He always calls out his loss.
He's a big Twitter guy. August is a big Twitter guy. He's the first one. Well, if August is having a bad day, because he is on Twitter and he is MF. He's basically asking for the team plane to have engine failure. He is mad. He gets mad. We know you get it. We know you get it. And I'll ride or die with my guys here at Docs. And that was one of the things I like to put on my resume is if I'm in, I'm in. I am in. And I am Doc's ride or die. I'll fight everybody else in the parking lot at a Walmart. If you want, I'll line my guys up against anybody else's guys. And I'm telling you, yeah, he is straight. He is so straight. He is. Yeah. And Tony calls it like it is, as always. And Indian Cowboy, you're on that circus. If you're on that circus, you know what you get with that ride. Dude. And it's awesome.
He's one of the most real dudes I have ever met in my life, I will say, especially when it comes to his clientele, his losses. This guy really, he is here to win. And if he does not win, he takes it. He wears it on his heart.
I don't know. I mean, you guys talk shit in chat and that we love that, by the way. I don't know how, because I've been offered to be like, hey, you want to sell picks? You want to do this from different places, not only Docs, different places. I don't want them. I'm in my own head every day with the amount of money that I have on the table in play every day. You think about that, folks. And I call myself a degenerate, but I have income. Most of you have a mortgage payment or a rent payment. I have that in play every day on my $100 bets. I play, you know what I mean? So I want to be, you gotta, I can't worry about if 15 other people are following me and their stuff. I don't have the mental capacity to do that. It is what it is. So hats off to you fuckers for doing it.
He wanted to say it so
I wanted to say it. I'm going to say it. I've been on for an hour and a half. Good luck unless you're against me. It's the second time I've said the F word in my days. I get 3 in 90 days. I think I met my 90 days. I think I'm good. I think I still got one in the bank. That's how we roll. Good luck unless you're against us. This guy's got a big card tonight. UFC, CFL's running, still running from yesterday. We got a UFC running. Little play in the MLB card. We got it all. We appreciate each and every one of you stopping by for real. Check out, if you're new to the Doc Sports and you're just turned on to this show, it's not like this every day. Okay, this is the Saturday show.
Saturdays get weird.
Saturdays get weird. Monday through Friday, we're here 1 o'clock Eastern. Check that out. That's more of a structured show. Saturdays, we get Raphael stopping in with weather reports from Canada. We get all kinds of stuff. Okay. So, but we do appreciate all of you guys. And if you're new, check this out. $60 free account. All new customers, docsports.com/free60. You can get a day pass. You can get his UFC package for $30. You can get the CFL $30. You can spend it that which way. You can do a week pass of something for $99. Put it towards that. Split it up. Any handicapper you want. We appreciate all you guys. CFL 8 unit. Let's go, baby. Sorry, Griff. I don't know. Uncle Steve's in the house. Uncle Steve that's a great thumbnail. First of all, I'm a fan of the hat.
Absolutely.
I'm a fan of the ball cap. I'm a fan of the point. Always a good,
Still good. Let it ride.
Appreciate you guys. Good luck. Unless you're in guest list, good luck tonight. Good luck tomorrow. See you Monday. Happy winnings, all that good stuff. Peace out.